G'day guys, it's Chris, and on today's episode we're going to do a deep dive into the Lampster App and explore the colours that it produces. Any good? Is the app any good? Oh, crikey! So let's jump to the home theatre right after this. Alright folks, let's get straight into this. Click on the Lamp app, brings you to this first screen where you've got this on-off flicker. Clicking it actually just connects to the lamp, it doesn't really turn it on and off, and I'll tell you more about that later. Tapping on the icon will bring you to this first screen where you've got this graphic representing the light output of the lamp and the sliders, which are now working in conjunction with each other. Coming down, you can actually turn off that lock and then work independently, either the warm or the cool lights. So you can mix this up any which way you like. So let's just flick it over and make it a nice cool light, because some people prefer that, don't know why. No matter what you want to choose, click on the lock and they'll actually then work in tandem together no matter what your mix is. Coming down to the bottom here, you can actually see the consumption of what the lamp is working at. So I slide it up, slide it down, it goes down. In this bottom section here, clicking overdrive, well, it's kind of hard to see here because my camera was actually compensating. You can't see that it's now operating at its full 12 watts, giving it the brightest light that it can actually output. And folks, it actually is quite bright. Now this is where you actually want to turn this lamp off and on. If you use it in other ways, like tapping the brass button on top, or just, like I did before, connecting to it, it doesn't work that well. First bug that I'm going to be mentioning here is the presets. They do nothing. Saving them does nothing, tapping them does nothing. You can delete them and they just come back as soon as you actually change the screen. So completely forgettable little feature there. It's not working, and maybe, just maybe, it might work in a future update, but we'll get definitely more into bugs as we go along. Here's another bug for you, the timer. It doesn't work. I've experimented with this, trying multiple ways to get it to work, both having the app on, screen off, timer's on, timer's off, you name it. I just can't get this feature to work. So it'd be awesome if they could address these in future updates. And then there we go folks. See how the time just clicked over and, well, no light, nothing. Frustrating. Okay. Let's move on. In my unboxing and impressions video, I said that this feature didn't work, and actually it turned out to be just a little bit of a software issue. So, clicking on it, you bring up this little selection screen, find the music that you want to use, and press play. And to be honest, I don't think it's really syncing that well, or maybe there's a significant lag that, to my eyes, it's not really working with the music. So, have a listen, check this out. Ah well. That's cool. If you want just your light just doing crazy random colors, you can set that. Flicking over to the RGB tab, you can actually tap anywhere on the color wheel and it will jump straight to the color. Or satisfyingly, you can slide your finger around this little dial and it's very responsive, very fast, and it jumps straight to a color. Speaking of colors, here I'm trying to actually get a red, and this is firmly working in, let's say, the pastels, hues, no primary colors. It's not bad with the blue, but getting this red, no, I get this like magenta, I get a pink. Blue's not bad, it kind of achieves a blue, and if you click on the outer rim, you can see right there, very far rim, it works, but generally speaking, if you want an accurate color that's going to match up with your Hue or LifeX lights, this is not it. But hey, it's a table lamp. Are you going to use it for reading or use it for color decorations? You could use it for both, but just know that before you get into it. Clicking on the settings tab, you can rename your Lampster anything you want, and you can also actually change the icons. So tapping these will vary it to one of the preset colors that was available for purchase, or primary colors here. And don't get too excited. That update button actually just saves your settings for your name and your color selection. It doesn't actually update the lamp with any software or rather firmware upgrades, which is a great segue into bugs. There's several on this one, as you've already seen, and one of the ones that's really frustrating is that when you launch the app, it doesn't always connect. As you can see here, I've got nothing I can play with, and I try to actually use the sliders now that they've actually appeared, and well, the Lampster's not responding in any way, shape or form. Round 2, let's try again, clicking on it. Ah, we've got a connection, finally. So let's wrap this up. So what do you think, guys? Is this something that you would actually be interested in? Let me know and put your comment down below. I'd like to hear from you. In the last one I did with my unboxings and impression video, one person just like myself had been waiting 3 years, and so to that I've actually put a link in this video as well as to how you can actually engage the Lampster guys and then try and get them your Lampster. In terms of performance, look, this is meeting my expectations in that, one, it's getting the colors that I want pretty much, and that's like a warm white and maybe sometimes those hues or pastels, shall we say. It's got a lot of light output, so I've got no concerns or qualms with that. And things like, you know, the presets, the timer not working, and the disconnection issues, I'm happy to, one, forgive that they're not working or not working properly. Because you know, you can always hit the brass button on top to turn it off and on, but again, livable stuff. Next week I'll be giving my final verdict on the actual Lampster, so there'll be a final review, so look out for that very soon. And I'll probably actually in the meantime do a quick little what if and run through a few different scenarios that you might want to be doing. So if you want to see me and do an experiment, please put it down below. I'll endeavor to do it. And if you do nothing, stay techie.